The 2027 Ford Explorer arrives not as a radical, ground-up redesign, but as a sharply targeted evolution of America's quintessential three-row family crossover. Following a major refresh just a couple of model years prior, Ford has focused its energy for 2027 on expanding the SUV's personality, injecting genuine off-road capability, and broadening the availability of its most muscular powertrain. It remains a unibody, rear-wheel drive biased family hauler that balances daily utility with an engaging driving demeanor, standing its ground against a fiercely competitive segment of midsize crossovers. The most substantial headline for the 2026-2027 lineup is the introduction of the all-new Tremor trim. Borrowing the rugged nomenclature and mechanical philosophy from Ford's truck family, the Explorer Tremor transforms the historically pavement-oriented crossover into a legitimate trail companion. It features standard all-wheel drive, a torsion-limited slip rear axle, robust underbody steel deflector plates, and a set of meaty all-terrain tires wrapping unique wheels. Visually distinguished by off-road auxiliary grille lights and amber running accents, the Tremor gives families an adventurous alternative to the traditional suburban aesthetic. Under the hood, Ford continues to rely on its proven stable of EcoBoost engines, beginning with the standard 2.3-liter turbocharged four-cylinder. Producing a healthy 300 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque, this base engine feels punchy and more than adequate for everyday commuting and highway passing. It pairs harmoniously with a refined 10-speed automatic transmission that snaps through gears efficiently, keeping the engine in its sweet spot. For drivers prioritizing fuel economy, this four-cylinder remains the thriftiest option, delivering up to 29 miles per gallon on the highway in rear-wheel drive configurations. For those who crave serious muscle, the widely praised 3.0-liter twin-turbocharged EcoBoost V6 remains the crown jewel of the powertrain lineup. Pumping out an authoritative 400 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque, this engine turns the Explorer into a genuinely swift machine. For 2027, Ford has wisely democratized this engine, making it newly available on the luxury-focused Platinum trim as well as the rugged Tremor Ultimate package. It remains standard on the enthusiast-minded Explorer ST, which retains its sport-tuned suspension, aggressive shifting logic, and dual exhaust tips for a genuinely athletic driving experience. On the road, the Explorer's rear-wheel drive architecture yields handling dynamics that feel noticeably more composed and agile than many of its front-wheel drive competitors. The steering is predictable and well-weighted, allowing the driver to place the large vehicle with confidence through tight corners or crowded parking lots. The standard ride quality strikes a comfortable balance, soaking up minor road imperfections without feeling floaty or disconnected. Even the performance-oriented ST and the lifted Tremor manage to preserve a commendable level of daily ride compliance, ensuring that passengers are not punished for the driver's lifestyle choices. Stepping inside the cabin reveals an environment that heavily privileges modern technology and intuitive functionality. The dashboard is anchored by a massive, standard 13.2-inch touchscreen running Ford's latest infotainment software, which seamlessly integrates Google and Amazon services alongside wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. A clever, rubberized storage tray sits directly beneath the screen, perfectly sized to keep smartphones, keys, and wallets within arm's reach. While lower trims rely on durable plastic surfaces meant to survive muddy family life, stepping up to the Platinum trim introduces genuinely premium soft-touch materials, rich leather upholstery, and sophisticated ambient lighting. Passenger accommodations in the first two rows are excellent, with standard second-row captain's chairs providing a spacious, walk-through cabin layout. A traditional 3-across bench remains optional for those who need to maximize their seating capacity to 7. Adults will find plenty of headroom, legroom, and conveniently placed USB ports in the middle row, making long road trips a breeze. Accessing the standard third row is effortless, thanks to a simple one-touch button mechanism that slides and tilts the second row seats forward, opening a generous pathway to the back. However, the third row remains the Explorer's most notable logistical compromise, as it is still best reserved for children or shorter trips. Because the rear seats are mounted relatively close to the vehicle's floorboard, adults will find their knees pushed uncomfortably high, sacrificing under-thigh support. In terms of cargo utility, the Explorer offers a modest 16.3 cubic feet of space behind the third row, which is enough for groceries or a few backpacks. Folding the rearmost seats flat expands that volume to a much more practical 46 cubic feet, creating a flat, easily loading floor for larger cargo hauls. Safety and driver assistance features are exceptionally robust across the entire 2027 lineup, reflecting Ford's commitment to family security. Every Explorer leaves the factory equipped with automated emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and active lane keeping assist. For those looking to alleviate the fatigue of highway road trips, Ford's Blue Cruise hands-free driving technology is available on higher trims. This sophisticated system allows for true hands-free cruising across thousands of miles of mapped North American highways, executing smooth lane changes and maintaining a safe cushion from surrounding traffic. Ford has also expanded the vehicle's visual customization options for the 2027 model year to keep the design looking fresh against newer rivals. Buyers can now opt for a slick roof conversion on select models, which completely deletes the standard roof rails to create a lower, more streamlined profile that simultaneously reduces wind noise at highway speeds. Additionally, the ST trim can be fitted with a new, sinister package that darkens the exterior trim and wheels for a menacing, murdered-out look, while fresh paint colors like avalanche gray and ruby red metallic give the exterior a contemporary pop. Towing capability remains a massive selling point for the Explorer, outclassing several prominent rivals in the midsize crossover class. When properly equipped with the standard Class 4 towing hitch, both the turbocharged 4-cylinder and the twin-turbo V6 models are rated to pull up to 5,000 pounds. This makes the Explorer an incredibly versatile tool for active families who need to haul a pair of jet skis, a small boat, or a compact camper out to the lake for a weekend getaway without stepping up to a massive, truck-based full-size SUV. Ultimately, the 2027 Ford Explorer succeeds by leaning heavily into its established strengths while filling the gaps that buyers have been asking for. By injecting real mechanical grit into the Tremor, putting the 400 horsepower V6 into more trims, and keeping the cabin thoroughly digitized, Ford has ensured its icon stays relevant. While it may not offer the third-row stretch-out space of a few larger competitors, its superior driving dynamics, robust towing capacity, and diverse trim lineup ensure that it remains a top-tier contender in the family garage.